Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure for me to welcome you to this afternoon panel. It's always a little bit difficult to have a meeting after lunch, but we'll do our best to entertain you during this next 1.5 hours. So may I introduce myself? I'm from the Ministry for Economic Affairs. I'm the Director General and dealing with foreign economic policy and European integration. Well, so I would like that we start immediately, and I would like to ask Mr. Wolfgang to give us the first presentation. You have the floor, please.
Yes. Thank you very much. Welcome to McDonald's. We have a special issue today. We're talking about employer branding and McJobs, and coming from cliché to credibility. First of all, let me introduce myself to you. I'm responsible for the HR in Germany as a Vice President HR for Germany and the countries Poland, Hungary, Czech Republic, and I forgot one. The Adriatic countries. So, first of all, let us a little bit talking about the history of McDonald's. And the history, we have to go a little bit further back. It's in the year 1948, where Richard and Maurice McDonald founded their first quick service restaurant. It's a long time ago. They had a supplier, was Ray Kroc, who sold the shake machines, and he visited the restaurants of Richard and Maurice, and he thought that he could more out of the quick service restaurant he visited. So he bought the license from them, which was quite cheap when you compare this to the sales and to the income that McDonald's does today. And he opened his first restaurant in Des Plaines, Illinois in 1955. Some facts worldwide. So McDonald's worldwide today has 60 million guests per day. Employees, about 1.6 million employees all over the world. This means that we need about 400 to 500,000 new employees every year. More than 32,000 restaurants in 117 countries, and sales last year about $23.5 billion US dollars. What does it mean for Germany? In Germany, and I'm talking mainly about Germany, but we'll also talk about Poland. In Germany, we have about 2.7 million guests per day. We have actual end of 2009, 1,372 restaurants and net sales about 2.909 billion euro last year. And now 82% of our restaurants are franchise restaurants. And at this point, when we come to the people facts, let me say thanks to Max Rettenbender, who invited us today to present to you. Employees in Germany, and now we come to the people facts, around 62,000 people in Germany working for McDonald's, about 4% more than 2008. And, which is a very, very important point, I will come to this later, you can call them trainees or apprentices. Over 2,216 apprentices now in the German system working for McDonald's and learning at McDonald's. And something which is very important, I think it's also important, for example, in Austria and in other countries too, but it's absolutely important in Germany that you have a good relation to the unions, and we have another labor or tariff agreement with the union since 1st of December 2007. We had no agreement over 6 years before, and for employer reputation in Germany, it's very bad not to have a good relation to the unions. Unemployment rate 2009 and actual shrinking was 8.2%. Frankly spoken, about 5 years to 6 years ago, we were in a good shape, McDonald's globally and McDonald's also in Germany. And our new CEO coming in June 2005, Bane Knežević from Serbia, he really just gave us some kind of fresh cells. And this was made in the 3 pillars strategy. We were talking about new design, we were talking about new products, and we were talking about a new people strategy. And all in all, the claim that was founded from our CEO, President of McDonald's Europe, Denny Henneken, was fulfilled and was called From Fast Food to Good Food Fast. So food as a priority. And it was absolutely right to do. 3 years ago, and we have a good reason for this, we just came to the point that we developed a people strategy for McDonald's Germany, and was mainly organized in the areas of education, well-being, technology, attractivity, and reputation. Those were the pillars that we really were concentrating on and that were important to really get a better employer image in Germany. We had not a good employer image, and when you look at the next chart, you really see two different things here. Question of perception. You see two faces and you see a vase. And that's what we also consider as an employer in Germany. When you look to of your side is the left side, you see people who are stressed, you see people who are working in a hectic atmosphere. That's how people see us as an employer in Germany. And the right side, where, and that's quite interesting, where we want to be seen and where we see that our people, the inside people working at McDonald's, have a much better feeling towards working at McDonald's as the outside sees us. For example, in anonymous employee surveys, 84% of our people say that they like to work for McDonald's. 84%. But only 19% of the people in Germany see us as a good employer. So there's an absolute mislead or misbalance, and we had to bring this in order. Why? So, in the past, we had a lot of bad media reports about McDonald's, and mainly driven by we didn't treat our people well. We really didn't have the opportunity to work together with our franchisees on the people issues. We didn't prioritize this. And on the other hand, and I just told you a minute ago, we had a very bad relation to the unions, and to having a bad relation with the unions, it's very bad when you were talking about being a good employer. You have to find a way to deal with them in some way. This became quite drastic in the year 2004, 2005, 2006. And that was the decision from our CEO, Barney Knesevich, to put HR again on a board level. As you may know, not every company has HR on the board level. A lot of companies see the financial chief officer as the one who is also leading HR. Question is whether this is the right positioning. Fortunately for me, it's not this case in Germany, but in a lot of countries and a lot of companies, it's like that HR is reporting to finance. One important point, corporate social responsibility, sustainability is something you're dealing with, I'm quite sure. And what we did a complete CSR analysis for our company in Germany, and here are the main facts that came out for us as an employer. Only two things I want to mention. Yes, nearly half of the people say that you can make a career at McDonald's. That's a good fact. But the other things are very bad for us. Only 26% think that you can be proud working for McDonald's, and only 17% think that working at McDonald's gives you good skills for the future in your business life or even in your private life. So we had really here a very, very bad situation, because we know in 5 years, in nearly 5 years, that 50% of our customers make the decision whether they want to visit a McDonald's or not of the fact that they think that McDonald's is a trustful company. This is very important, and this gets more and more important for other companies too. If you are not seen as a trustful company and not seen as a good employer, people could make the choice not to use you as a restaurant where you have your meal. And something else is coming with very, very fast steps. That's the question of demographic change. You know, until today, demographic change was always something that people said, oh, this will come someday. But nowadays, you can really see that demographic change has grabbed us. And I'll tell you completely why. East part of Germany, we can't find apprentices anymore. Because after the reunification, couples didn't get babies anymore for 2-3 years. That's what we have right now when they are turned 20 and could be apprentices at us. We don't find them anymore. So this is also coming from demographic change, and it really hits us right now. We had to do something, and we had to work on 2 levels. One level is the restaurant life, so what people really experience in the restaurant. Do they feel that people and the employees are treated well there, that they feel comfortable working at McDonald's? And you have the media side. And on the media side, we committed together with our franchisees, and that was a great achievement. I'm really happy for this. We committed that 5 million euros are going into an employee campaign over 18 months. And that's frankly a lot of money. You have a complete 125 million media and marketing budget at McDonald's in Germany. And we committed with our franchisees to put 5 million into our employee campaign. And what was absolutely crucial for this campaign, that we didn't take actors, but that we take real, authentic people working at McDonald's. There were some kind of suggestions to take Heidi Klum, and that Heidi Klum says, how she likes the people at McDonald's, but that would have been completely wrong, because nobody would believe us. So we had the focus on employees in focus, to give surprising and unexpectedly insights, and to be open and authentic. And that was something we really, I think, achieved. And we focused in the first TV spot on diversity, flexibility, and education. So Flight 1 was in January 2010. We had an internal casting, over 300 applications, and then we took out eight employees that really could stand for the things we want to put in focus. We also had a print campaign, banner campaign, and what was very important, to have the internal communication so that restaurant managers and franchisees knew very well what could happen. Print campaign was really focused on the question of diversity, flexibility, and career opportunities. And now we show you the spot.
My mom was totally shocked at the friendship of McDonald's, the big burgers, but now she's really proud of me.
You're at a party, you say that you work at McDonald's, and you get those beautiful looks. But when you tell them that you're the boss of 40 people and earn good money, they look at you differently.
Where did they get to see?
Spot, and Isa Kabak, who's from Turkish guy, from origin immigrant, he was really the star. And people recognize him and say, hey, you're the star of the campaign. And he liked it very much, and we liked it very much. So all in all, a big press coverage was very good. And the results, when we look at the results, what we call AdTrack, just a word from research, this is really outstanding for us, because if you remember, only 19% of people think we are a good employer, but 74% liked this spot, and nearly 60% thought that it was authentic. That was a big move forward. Also big move forward when it comes to the media coverage all in all. That was that nearly 100%, and we didn't have, you know this very well, we didn't have this in the past, that nearly 100% of media coverage towards employer image was positive. We really fought a lot of years concerning our employer image. We're still not there, frankly spoken, still not there, but this campaign really helped us a lot. We had a Flight 2 in August. I don't show you the spot because our time is limited here. Also in the TV spot, also online campaign, no print campaign, not money enough for print campaign. And we relaunched our employer portal at this time in the internet, because easy employer portal is very well for the later potential employees. What were the challenges of McDonald's Poland? Because I was asked to look also a little bit over the frontiers and to see what other countries are doing. Challenges of McDonald's Poland as an employer were completely different. And I tell you why. Facts of McDonald's Poland, nearly 274,000 guests per day, 235 restaurants